Hello force, me once more are snapped slightly rather than being glad slightly snapped. Why? Because as you know, longer behind, no longer, but fewer months or rather fewer years, the social media become being the platform the world did spend by get more communication with the interlinks and with them with being in a government. As you know, for example, in this time, there were a lot in the oppressive countries, there were a lot in other landings we are not created by themselves or is what don't fun or wish of at the human being to take and needed ongoing other thing and needed being more budding than the land they be today the social media flew up by being more spent, by get other fixing, other chatting with others governments, for example, it force being into each, whereby being very oppressive by the human being today are some who at the social media begun fading. Why? Because in this time, at the same force grasp the idleness, grasp at the support from foreign countries or other authorities. Why? Because commonly in at the age, lot of force alive in are, for example, telling at other department about justice or at the police throw your telephone, but sometimes at the police being to break it and greater than I then will need it I are growing because needing helping greater than so at the same police alone broke out at the calling or team upon your helping. No, and at the social media who today at the internet more than at the radio, more for example than at the TV, more for example than many other media communication at the internet is today at the fierce bunch at the world need be hearing from everyone. In other words, today at the internet, at the social media platforms are at most highest an advantage, meaning by at the force being hearing and express the owner's sons through the globe is what today rather than at the force which being in the television I rather why at the force which be in the radio and many other songs then are better by themselves share off they owner uh, channels, they owner bloggers, they owners thinkings, they owners philosophies, ideologies, and many others son didn't endorse media communication, but through at the internet. Because now, thanks by this media communication we are holding on internet, then me be proof others want being hearing for them and then owners the owner all are being seeking or are being displayed in many others words part and are important so in the media communications are happen today. The internet today are the only host are the force which be on. So by that, in the political meaning are somewhat are becoming snapped many folks. Why? Because them are being suffering censorship. if you know and if you are following more, and maybe you are other will coming at the program, but at the greatness being you have at a chance to look like at the program later, if not being at the day being published, you have a chance to scrolling down and know what are the matters being in the program longer days behind today, and if you do so, will beware who are the censorship are like what's happening at the homeland longer time behind time at the White House being at the first ruling time at the homeland are waiting up did and allow by dampened at the censorship because at the Facebook, because at the Twitter. Why? Because many times just who are the force, are the internal force, which are being thrown at the internet, being at the better song to post all your owner thought. Now, many force within Trump supporters or are clashless with the Donald Manning. Spot the owner broadcast, spot the owner songs through these platforms. And what is ongoing there that happened is that those companies, those organizations, we are an affair holding on a branch, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and many others, some begin do and censorship. Why? Probably because receive a payment by other opposition, or because then we are more close at the opposition today, are friends or have a relationship between them we are ruling at the company. Whatever zone at the others branch in the communication today, Facebook, Twitter, and many other zones, LinkedIn, Vimeo, TikTok, and others, and more will coming, not Reddit, and more that are coming, others with swimming, and others we are keeping to take 10 position in the pop chart, then become censorship at the free expression. And then, because others thought are risking others' media communication with a reality, but are anyone wealthy? No, as important is not when are wealthy today. As important is more are the ones have more options to grab an attention from the world because their political thinking, because their feelings, because the social happening in the world, or because many other songs. It's that important, no? But when there will are knowing who, for example, the President Donald are granting at war with goodness and are screening there, them being more close with them because are in the same channel, although they are more rightly than others politicians on other song will rather than help our society. So what are ongoing there are become in a pitfall. So in other words, when them become post off their friendly words among the President Donald Trump, they've been censored. And it's what the White House did and a new law where shall are briefing longer rulings where everyone in the media communication shall instead follow way. Why? Because it's at the host at the words needed but have others' right with not alone being through the homeland. For example, as you know, if going at the universal human rights are the ones with a life through any landing, because as you know, the universal human rights and others organization through the United Nations are signed through 193 landings. Not alone two, not alone three and agree, not alone five, not alone 100, are so nearly 200 countries. We are agreed in the statement where in the universal human rights stat who are the ones in every single landing through the world have the right to share all their owner expression because are freely and do a protest peacefully bunch. It's an universal human right. In other words, today at the censorship, for example, in the Twitter that happened again, in other words, thereafter, the president did, or at the White House, with being at the most highest authority in the homeland, at the White House thereafter, let the owner citizen share all their free expression and promote debate and to do so, and at the company rather than being broken out only at the White House statement are broken at the universal human rights and then could be punished. Closing at the company or go away without the directionship. Why? Because I'm not blaming what they should respect. Because have an universal rights, no have confederation, where more nearly 200 landings and agree what being aren't going wherever soon. And they are no one to pro so. It's an agreement. And sure, anyone wish being working fully through the day by when you are, for example, in the program you wear up alone, then we are in a direction by the company cut off what you did or let us spot like that. Are someone real and someone, if you are, for example, a Donald follower or are a Don who then have more reason and or is more right than others parties, for example, and other song with rather than spot their thinking, for example, in the social media, promote a debate, grant at the war with others, with others channels, for example, rather than do so by them at the free expression is go and throw that at the monument, rather than post in the most bigger media communication by being hearing through the world by them at the free expression are going and inner at the business other one and kill other one, slide them, and rather than post their owner hand what you told or and to do so through at the media communications that boldly someone will hurt you as very obviously, and me shall prove that happen is you have a the wishing do so rather than going and destroy the business and trample what around your owner and rather can be destroy our society, your life, or put in the media communication while you flip flop are better because so is at the real free expression, not the others ones. Like this movement that in a slightly speaking in a the movement by me at only force because a lot of one thought or yell me to have seen me being a racist one but did in the other hand by my own at only movement will represent real at the black ones is at the black for truth. Black Voices for Truth by me is really an a movement which are holding at the black voices right. And if me where the chance me we can wobbly will pause at the scares and we unite my owner voicing by the black ones because they're really being at the voice from them, not others, not others, because them is still what is our truth, what is the reality, and rather can extreme breaking what's around us are building our society with new thoughts, with new shippings and more. But it's other matter. And important is today again who are most close at the new election, and you know who there is obviously war at the censorship arise again. Why? Because at the election being very shortly, have no need anyone and a genius, have no need anyone being a chiltered folk by beware who at the censorship once more go up because elections are every time more shooted. And if you want or choice, no, may you are pick up being there with parts of your thinking or your ideologies or whatsoever so on, don't blow with your society, not do so, not blow with your monument. Do more more real there because are not letting others get freedom because many of them been a fire but instead by the street I need to be alone on the household and are no more than that because if going at the story, if going other cycle P, she break it by them. We are blowing our environment. They are we to take our trample our freedom, not by only one. Hundreds are afire because of them and are living at the consequence then to take still on. But as you know, at the censorship or more are somewhat real and wobbly is not a strategy at the a Democrat or at the opposition of liberals, as you know by my own, are no more than liberals, them being and libertine sons. But them, we do so, are not and shall not blame like that. Why? Because are obviously the world know because their Twitter are censorshiping us more. It's for the election coming. The caucus are shortly and wobbly them wish not an oppressive age and greater than whole or more emptier the caucus. Others will go for the red party. Why? Because our censorshipless rather than your owner. And it's not the truth. No one will do so. Well, I'm so bye today. Thank you so much by watching me and see you next time.